good numbers. It is the first of three between two 13-9 teams. Stay strapped in. We've got a good one tonight. When we come back, we got the Scott Split Screen Printing pregame interview, the lineups, the first pitch, and Western Nebraska Pioneers baseball right here on KNEB. When we come back, we got the Scott Split Screen Printing pregame interview, the lineups, the first pitch, and Western Nebraska Pioneers baseball right here on KNEB. welcome back to Oregon Trail Park Stadium. Jake Circus with you tonight. We are in a little bit of a delay, not because of the weather, not because teams have less players than they should, but because we not only do not have one umpire, we have 0 umpires right now. And supposedly I'm supposed to just go to break, but a little story time while we're in the delay. This reminds me of a time when I was umpiring for a youth travel ball tournament in California. And the game was at 9:30, and I didn't know that I was supposed to be umpiring. And I woke up at 9:08, or it was like 9:08 or 9:09. I got a call from the tournament director, and he asked me why I'm not on the field yet. And I'm like, well, because I'm not supposed to be umping today. And he said, yes, you are. You're on the schedule. And I looked at the schedule, and sure enough, I was supposed to be umpiring a game that started in 21 minutes. I live about 15 minutes away, so when I say that I got ready rather quickly, I don't even remember if I brushed my teeth or not, but I did umpire that game, and it was a 18-0 mercy rule. They didn't even need me. I was one of 2 umpires, but I got the big bucks, and we umpired the game. So we currently have 0 umpires right now, so we couldn't even start it even if we wanted to. The national anthem still hasn't gone off. We got both teams on the field. The Pioneers are playing hacky sacks. The Canyon County Spuds are doing what they do. Now, this is 2 13-9 teams in different divisions. The Great Plains division, Canyon County is a game and a half back of Badlands, and then the Pios, 13-9 in the Nebraska Land division, are a half a game back of Hastings, and also now tied with North Platte, who just beat, who won today. I don't remember who they beat. They beat Fremont, I believe. So we don't have an umpire. I'm being told that I should go umpire the game while I call it. So apparently I'm supposed to have a microphone handy while I announce the game. Go pull a little Jim Brockmeyer, just announce the game with a PA mic to the whole stadium. We'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, currently in a delay, Griffin Allen, Seth Sumner, 2 13-9 teams, 2 teams looking to battle it out in their respective divisions with just about 5 games left in the first half. Now remember, it's important, and we'll talk about this throughout the broadcast. The first half is really important. Unlike Major League and unlike college, the season is split into halves, and you clinch a playoff berth by winning one of the 2 halves. And there's only 5 games left for the Pios in the first half, 3 versus Canyon County and here in Gearing. They'll go on the road on Monday and play North Platte, whom they're tied with right now, and then they're going to start a 3-game set in Hastings, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but only one of those counts for the first half, and Hastings is in first place. So we'll talk more about that throughout the broadcast. Still with no umpires. And we're going to take a hopefully quick break, but when we come back, we'll, I guess, play some baseball, as the fans here desperately want to see it. I want to see some baseball. The people watching want to see some baseball. We'll be right back on KNEB. we're back at Oregon Trail for just a little bit. We should do something fun. There's 60 people watching our YouTube. I'm at break on KNEB, but if you have any questions about the Pios, the current roster, put them in the comments. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. If no one says anything, I'll be a little sad, but won't be too offended. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments while we wait for the one umpire, Matt Wallace, this evening to start this matchup in the first of 3 between the Pios and the Spuds. We'll be right back, so put some questions in the comments for me, so none of us are bored. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Oregon Trail Park. You know, the great Bob Costas once said that there's a lot that goes into a good sports story. You can be around it for decades. Yet there's still a chance that every time you walk into a stadium, an arena, or onto a golf course, that you will see something that in some way is different than anything else you've ever seen before. And I'm not saying I've been around the game for 40, 50 years, but in my 16, 17-year baseball-going career, I don't think I've ever seen a 20-minute delay because there is no umpire. I've seen umpire bathroom delays, but I don't think I've ever seen this long of a delay to start a game because there is no umpire. Now, interesting enough, about an hour and a half ago, I asked our great PA announcer, Bill Sheffield, like I do every single game here at Oregon Trail, the names of the umpires, and he looked back at me after I asked him, and he just gave me one finger, as if I had two heads, and I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, not umpires, umpire. And I was like, ooh, a solo crew tonight. He's like, you bet. And our one umpire that is scheduled to be here, Matt Wallace, has yet to show up. So we're doing something different while this delay is intact. Now, this should be resolved soon. I don't know what that means, whether we're calling an umpire off the street, from the stands, or maybe even from the broadcast booth. But what we're doing is, this is just special to the YouTube, KNEB. We sent it back to the station. This is just with our friends from our YouTube stream. If you have a question that you want answered about the Pios, about anything, even, I don't know, ask me anything, just type it in the comments, and I will answer to the best of my ability. So we'll be right back here at Oregon Trail and Gearing as we await the beginning of this 3-game series between the Pioneers and the Canyon County Spuds. Back at Oregon Trail Park, Jake Circus with you, voice of the Pios. We are in an umpire delay because there is no umpires here to officiate this game between the Spuds and the Pios. So we do have one question. What have the Pios been doing over the last 4 days? And it's a good one because I don't really know. I know some of them went to Omaha, including myself. I saw LT, Antonio Nunez, Tony Garcia, Ethan Hergert. They were all in Omaha. Someone else went to Omaha. I forget who it was that I was talking to today. I don't remember who it was, but a couple of the players took the trip to Omaha to see the College World Series, and it was a great experience because it's not something you really get, like you're not really often in Nebraska if you're not from here this time of year, and obviously we are for this huge College World Series, and it's always fun, and I never got to experience it, so that was a cool experience. And I believe most of the players ended up staying here because assistant pitching coach Mikey Calia had his camp with the Pios, so a lot of the players stayed back and helped out with that, and apparently it was a huge success. I heard the players took turns Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday taking camp shifts with some little kids, and it was really fun. So that was awesome to spend the early week with some local kids playing some baseball with their favorite Pios. So that is all I'm aware of what the Pios did for the last 4 days, as they had it all off because our games Monday and Tuesday ended up getting canceled, and then we had Wednesday, Thursday scheduled off. So a ton of players ended up staying back for the camps. A couple of them went to Omaha to watch the College World Series. So funny enough, high school, college level umpires, those are who umpires these games. These are not professional umpires. I don't even think these umpires ump at the college level. But these are, I believe, local Legion umpires who ump these games. So there has to be, someone in the community, but I guess that's what we're trying to figure out. Jake should take his headset down to the field and call the game while he umps. Should pull a Jim Brockmeyer. So he does. Such a great show. Where he basically is announcing to the game over the PA system. So give me a PA mic, put me behind second base, let me call balls and strikes, and call the game. Our owner, Chuck Heeman, is sitting next to me in the other room. He can't hear me, but he's in the other room, and I don't know, once I send this to another break, I might go over there and tell him to let me call the game with my 7 amazing years of umpire experience. But we're going to take another quick break. If you have questions, put them in the comments. I'll answer them while we're in this, hopefully, expiring umpire delay. We'll be right back from Gearing.
Music inspires, it uplifts, and it connects people from all walks of life. The brand known for bringing priceless moments to people around the world has launched its first ever music album featuring a diverse, talented group of emerging artists that span cultures and continents. Music album priceless now. You can find the music you love and
Little bit of an update here at Oregon Trail. We are shooting for a 7:25 first pitch, so that is, quick maths, 21 minutes away between the Spuds and the Pioneers. Alright, let's try this again. The Pioneers entering the most important stretch of the season, and they're looking to get hot once again. It's time for baseball once again, as KNEB presents Western Nebraska Pioneers baseball, where tonight the 13-9 Western Nebraska Pioneers take on the 13-9 Canyon County Spuds in the first of a three-game weekend set from Morgan Trail Park Stadium here in Gering, Nebraska. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Platte Valley Company's pregame show. Live from the Logos broadcast booth, Jake Circus with you, voice of the Pios. Glad you are spending your Friday night with us here on KNEB. Still, wherever you may be, however you may be listening, the Pios are coming off of a four-game series split against the Nebraska Prospects, but more recently a stretch of 4 off days in a row, so they're resetting, and now we'll play 15 games in 14 days, and the next 5 of those will decide the Nebraska Land Division in the first half of the season. We'll have much more on that later on. Tonight, the Pios coming with the ace in their sleeve. Griffin Allen takes the bump against Seth Sumner. 2 pitchers with some very good numbers to start the season. It is the first of 3 between two 13-9 teams. Stay strapped in. We've got a good one after the umpire delay, a 7:20 local time start here at Oregon Trail. When we come back, we'll give you the Scottsbluff Screen Printing pregame interview once again, because why not? We have the lineups, the first pitch, and Western Nebraska Pioneers baseball right here on KNEB. Back on KNEB. We're live from Oregon Trail Park Stadium here in Gary, Nebraska. First of three between the 13-9 Canyon County Spuds and the 13-9 Western Nebraska Pioneers. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Live from Gary, Jake Circus here, voice of the Pios with you. After the long umpire delay, Matt Wallace has I believe that's Matt Wallace finally making his way to Oregon Trail Park. And Griffin Allen will take the bump, the ace in the sleeve for the Pios, who has performed really, really well this year. A 2.7 ERA in 4 starts. We'll talk more about his numbers as the night goes on. But here's a lineup that Alan Iniguez will trot out for the Canyon County Spuds. Riker Billingsley is going to lead off and play center field. Will Girardi is a late add to the lineup, DHing. Tyler Stone playing first base, the league leading hitter with 4 bombs, 27 RBIs. We'll talk all about him. And as the Pios will try to limit the damage done by the big man, Tyler Stone. Lucas Daniel Witz in right field. Jeremy Keller doing the catching. Tyler Castelli in left. Gabe Garrett at third, Zachary Schwartzberg playing shortstop, and Joshua Quinn playing second base. It's a beautiful night for baseball. What is it? 82 degrees. We avoided some rain, which is very, very nice. Not even a drop, as it was forecasted to start raining. But Spuds and Pios, 2 out-of-division teams, but with a lot to play for both these teams, as the Pios sit just 0.5 games back in the Nebraska Land Division, and the Spuds sit just 1.5 games back in the Great Plains Division. So both these teams chasing Hastings and Badlands respectfully. Our umpire Matt Wallace just left the field for an unknown reason. We just had an hour umpire delay, and off he goes again. Our managers tonight, Antonio Garcia for the Pios and Alec Iniguez for the Spuds. 2 childhood buddies. They played high school together, high school baseball together up there in Northern California. Ton of Northern Cali kids on the Pios roster. As Griff is done warming up, still Matt Wallace is not on the field, and it kind of stinks if you're Griff, if you're Seth Sumner, 2 pitchers with a lot of experience. And here comes Matt Wallace ready for some baseball. In the field for the Pios. It's going to be Jason Luke, Eric Smelko in center, Adam Enyart in right, left to right in the infield, Antonio Nunez at third, Jeremiah at short, Stevie Hom at second, Alex Surface at first, and then Declan Wiser behind the plate. So a long time to wait in between warm-ups, pregame warm-ups for our 2 pitchers, Griffin Allen, and then Seth Sumner for the Spuds. So we'll talk more about that as the broadcast goes on, and maybe it can get to them. We'll see. But Allen is ready with the dreads off, and Riker Billingsley steps in righty to lefty. First pitch is outside with the fastball. We're underway here in Gary. The count will start 1-0 to Riker Billingsley, a 167 average for him this season. More walks and strikeouts he's been getting on base. 2 for 4 last night. And that one is grounded to short for Jeremiah, who fields deep in the hole. A long throw to first, and 1 away to get us started. Jeremiah has looked really solid playing shortstop so far. He's been flip-flopping with Isaac Lopez, with Antonio Nunez on that left side of the infield. Everyone has been playing third, everyone's been playing second, everyone's been playing short. But down the stretch, Jason Jeremiah has really earned that defensive shortstop position, and we know what he can do with the bat. There's another lefty, Will Girardi, the DH, and he swings the first pitch he sees and sends a chopper to second. Stevie Hom fields, and quickly 2 away on 3 pitches for the big man Griffin Allen. Now that you got a chance to talk about him. So 2 away here. Griff Allen, the big righty from San Jose, 6'4", 270. Redshirted at Grand Canyon University, one of the more underrated Division I programs out there in Arizona. They've been making regionals year in, year out. Griff will touch 90, sit 87-88 with a looping slow curveball. He'll throw the fastball, the curveball, and then the changeup. First pitch to Tyler Stone is a strike. Now, Tyler Stone, the league-leading hitter, 409 is his average, 464 OBP, slugging .693 with 16 extra base hits, 4 home runs, and 11 doubles. 0-1 from Allen is away, and I talked to Tony about him earlier today, about Tyler Stone. He's like, look, I'm not going to tell Griffin to be scared of anybody, but, you know, he's definitely the guy to look out for, and his numbers speak for himself. 1 ball, 1 strike, quickly 2 away, and Stone takes a fastball in the outside corner, 1-2. So Griff not backing down from anyone. He has 10 multi-hit games on the season, Stone does. The big lefty. Power versus power here. The 1-2 is fouled back off the screen. And Griff has thrown 4 fastballs to Stone. He threw a fastball to Girardi, 2 fastballs to Billingsley. And Griff's his slider curveball combo looked as great as it has all year last time out against the Prospects. 1-2, outside corner, just misses. Everyone thought it was strike 3. A no-go for Matt Wallace, and a good take from Tyler Stone. And the 2-2 count even up with 2 away after 2 quick ground outs to the middle infielders. Spuds and Pios, no score, top 1. Power versus power here. Allen deals. Called strike 3 at the ankles. Little wide zone as Griffin Allen goes 1-2-3 in the top of the first and strikes out the league leading hitter in backwards fashion. We'll be right back. Pios coming to bat. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on in the top of the first. We'll be right back. It's Pios Baseball on KNEB. So Griff goes 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We're back. Bottom 1. Here's the lineup brought together by Tony Garcia, who scored 9, or not Tony, but the lineup scored 9 runs last time out Sunday afternoon versus the Prospects in a pretty big win for the Pios, avoiding a series loss. It'll go like this. Eric Smelko is going to lead off and play center. Jason Jeremiah at short. Alex Zerfus playing first, cleaning up Declan Weisner, the red hot catcher. Adam Inyark's going to play right. Price Allman, DH. Jason Luke back in the lineup after his first multi-hit game. He'll play left field. Stevie Hahn at second base. And the rounding out once again is Antonio Menez playing third. On the mound for the Spuds is Seth Sumner. Just one outing for him, but he shined. 6 innings of 2-hit baseball and 12 strikeouts. He deals to Smelko, and it's in there for a strike. Sumner from USC Lancaster. And Smelko takes outside to a 3.23 average for Smelko so far this season. 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty to lefty. Popped up out of play. Smelko 4 for 8. His last 2 games versus the Prospects, played all 4 in the series, the 4-game series last weekend. Spends his time at Cal State Dominguez Hills. Sumner was showing off a really impressive breaking ball in warm-ups. Has yet to throw it so far. 1-2. And the pitch. High fly ball center field. It sends Billingsley back. Still back, and he waits it Waits for it to come down for out number 1. A high pop-up deep into center field. But Billingsley right there for out number 1. Smelko retired. And Jeremiah steps in. The 2 league leaders in RBIs in this game, Tyler Stone on one side, 27, and Jace Jeremiah with 22. But again, at the end of Sunday, Jace retook the lead, but he haven't played in 4 days, so it gave Tyler Stone a chance to rack up some more ribbies. First pitch to Jeremiah is a swing and a miss. Jace coming into this one slashing 325, 364, 519. Has really had himself a season shining both offensively and defensively. Has been walking, has been stealing bases. Really hasn't been striking out, and the 10 extra base hits as well. A 1 is fouled back. Pios as a whole have been having some really nice at-bats. And I was talking to Tony earlier about the 4 off days and really how it's new for summer ball, but these guys all play college and have the whole weeks off outside of Tuesday. So they go Wednesday and Thursday without playing, and sometimes they won't play Tuesday, so they'll have a whole week off. So it's not unforeseen territory. Jeremiah swings the curveball. It gets away from Keller. Tough play to first, throw not in time. As Jeremiah legs it out after striking out, it was a curveball away that went off the knee pad of Jeremy Keller, the catcher tonight. And Jeremiah aboard. We'll see what they score it. Should be a wild pitch with the strikeout as well. But Jeremiah uses his speed and he reaches first with 1 away. So it's Jeremiah on first. And here comes Zerfus. 3 for 4 was the player of the game on Sunday. And he takes ball 1 on the inside corner. Was an off speed from Sumner. So Sumner, the 1.5 ERA in 6 innings, 12 strikeouts, all in 1 outing of 1-run ball, 5 hits, 12 Ks. Zerfus way late, swing and a miss. Whoop by him with the fastball. Dimensions here at Oregon Trail, it's going to be 320s down the line, 362s in the gaps. And then 385 dead center field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jeremiah leaves early before Sumner throws the pitch. He's caught in a rundown, and he will get tagged out, so he gets a little too cute. And ends up getting picked off. So a caught stealing for Jace Jeremiah. It should be a 1-6-3 score at home for out number 2. One ball, 1 strike to Zerfus. Now 2 away. Foul ball. Zerfus, the Gonzaga Bulldog. Even when they weren't falling, Zerfus still was putting really good swings and at-bats together. Pretty much this entire Pios lineup got unlucky at the same time. And they just weren't getting the results in terms of the bounces as Zerfus sends a fly ball down the right field line. It's slicing into the corner. It is foul. Zerfus had one of those about a week and a half ago that went over the fence but was called foul, and Tony Garcia, the manager of the Pios, was sprinting out of the dugout. I believe it was a blowout, but he wanted Zerfus to get that home run, and obviously it's a really hard call to change. So Tony was upset. Zerfus with a huge smile on his face. I believe he ended up still getting a hit, or at least he might have walked that plate appearance, but that was the same one. Also similar, Jace Jeremiah had that exact same one, but it was a little more to the left and was a grand slam against Gem City, June 13th. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Zerf. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball called strike 3. So both pitchers face the minimum and end it with backwards Ks to some really nice hitters. Nothing across after 1. We'll be right back. It's Pios Baseball on KNEB. Top 2 here in Gearing. Griff Allen back on the mound. He'll face Lucas Danielewicz, the right fielder, to get us started. Griff worked a 1-2-3 inning, 2 soft groundouts, and a backwards K on Tyler Stone, who is hitting at a 400 clip. First righty Griff has faced. First pitch is in there for a strike with the fastball once again. Danielewicz, 296 batting average, 11 ribbies, 11 walks, 11 strikeouts, 0-1. Breaking ball upstairs. Now that was the first breaking ball Griff has thrown. A little bit different than his outing last week against the Prospects on, I believe it was Thursday or Friday. And he threw that breaking ball a lot, and it got better as the innings went on. 1-2 is fouled away. And I asked Griff the next day, what was different? And he was just like, it just felt good. And he threw 6 2/3. He was one of 2 pitchers this year to go into the 7th inning. It was him and Ryan Sleeman, who did it a couple weeks ago. But Griff, the longest outing of the season for the Pios, another 1-2 fouled off. So really, his strongest start was last weekend in a spot where the Pios really, really needed him. And since the exit of Ryan Sleeman, Griff has been inserted as that ace. This is a looping line drive into left center field. It's going to get down at the feet of Smelko for a base hit. Breaking ball that got a little too much plate, and Danielewicz stays on it and just flares it out. So a slap single into left center field. Danielewicz is aboard to start the inning. Not a little bit of a mistake pitch from Griff. He probably wanted that one more down.
Now a batting catcher from Skyline Junior College, number 7, Jeremy Keller.
A pretty good job from Danielewicz to just get a piece on that, using the strength to push it out to left center. First pitch to Keller is a swing and a miss. Fastball blew it by him. 0-1. Keller on a 4-game hitting streak, hitting .333 and getting on base at a .467 clip to start the season. He's catching once again and sends this one in the air down the right field line. Zerfus, long run. He can't get to it. It's going to one-hop the wall out there in foul territory down the right field line. 0-2. Both these teams have pitched very well. The Spuds lead the league with a .409 team ERA and a 1.41 whip. They're second in whip. The Pios are 1 in whip, 1.38, and are 4th in ERA with a 4.63. High pop-up, shallow center. Hom is out there battling the sun. Little Frankenstein makes the catch and falls down. Stevie Hom, nice concentration to find that ball in his glove. One away. And that's a ball that you really don't want your second baseman getting, but there's been some miscommunications a little bit with Smelko and the corner outfielders. It's been a struggle kind of seeing the ball out there early on in games, battling the sun. So great job from Hom to get on out there in pretty shallow center field. First pitch to Castelli is looped to third in foul territory, caught by Antonio Nunez. 1 pitch, 1 out. Griff jams him with the fastball inside. But the lefty Garrett just flares out there in shallow foul territory. 2 away. Actually, that was Castelli. My mistake. 2 away. The Spuds did some mixing and maxing before the game with their lineup. First pitch to Garrett is a swing and a miss from Griff. Garrett on a 3-game hitting streak of his own. 0-1 from Allen. Run on first, 2 away. Inside, fastball just misses. 1-1. So the Pios leading the league in whip, 1.38. That's why it's frustrating for everyone when they kind of lose games just by walking people, because they don't do it that often. 1-2 after the fastball catches the outside half of the zone. They've allowed the least amount of walks out of the whole league, just 89 walks in 21 games. Ground ball up the middle. Hahn will tap second base, and Griff strands a leadoff single. Now, no one across, one hit, one man left on. It's 0-0, and we'll head to the bottom of the second. It's Piles Baseball on KDB. Pretty good matchup to start the bottom of the second. Sumner versus Declan Wisner, the Walter State catcher, who has made an immediate impact in his first 4 games. First pitch from the righty to Wisner's outside. No, it's not. It's strike one. Ooh. Can't really do much complaining about the umpires because we're thankful to have one, but no frame job there from Keller. That looked way outside, and Wisner starts to count 0-1. Sumner working fast. Breaking ball, there's another strike. Breaks away from Wisner, really nice pitch. So Wisner, 353, 455, 88 is his slash line to start the year. 0-2. Pop up out of play behind the plate. He has 3 ribbies, 3 walks, and a home run just in the 4-game series. One of 2 Pios to play all 4 games. Him and Eric Smelko did it. And he's going to be heavily relied on to do most of the catching duty going forward. 0-2, breaking ball lifted high in the air to left center field, going back Billingsley towards the gap, and he'll make the play. Wisner just missed it as he's shaking his head, and that was a breaking ball that got a lot of plate. And Sumner might not want to throw that to some of these Division I hitters coming up, because that got a lot of plate, and Wisner just popped it up. Maybe got fooled a little bit. He's telling something to Allman and Hom. One away here for Enyart, who takes the fastball at the eyes, 1-0. So pop up to center field to get the inning started for Declan Wisner. In steps Adam Enyart, the 2-way player going to St. Mary's, just 17 years old. Swing and a miss. A healthy hack from Enyart. Graduated high school a couple of weeks ago. In an 0-for-9 mini slump, but has 2 shutout innings on the mound in that time span. 1-1. Outside corner, 2-1. Enyart might have the highest exit velocity on the team, which is crazy because he's so young and so raw. I mean, just a couple of college games under his belt, and that's just this summer. 2-1, breaking ball gets the outside corner. Enyart fooled a little bit, was way out in front, and didn't even swing. Now what he's looking for, 2-1. Two. Swing and a miss. Sumner climbs the ladder with the heater. And has breezed through the 1 through 5 of this lineup. 2 strikeouts to Zerfus and Enyart. And your 4th strikeout of the season. Here's Bryce Allman.
The designated hitter for Lowell Roberts University,
2 for 4 on Sunday.
Allman.
320 average for him. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner with the fastball, 0-1. Sumner has been dialed in. A little bit of an inconsistent strike zone to start the night. But we're thankful to have one umpire for this game. An hour-long umpire delay earlier. 0-1. Inside and low. The fastball from Sumner, 1-1. Working quick. Breaking ball inside. He has been throwing that early in counts, late in counts. It has some nice late bite on it. You know, just the one mistake to Wisner. He got a pop-up out of it. And 2-1 fastball outside. Sumner working the corners. Allman not doing anything with them. Just letting them go and getting some calls. They've all the misses have been close. But Allman in the driver's seat. 3 balls, 1 strike with 2 away, no one on. And he swings the fastball and slaps it foul out of play. Glad all of you are with us tonight, wherever you are, however you may be listening. Working through some video kinks on our YouTube, and if you're listening on the radio, I don't think there's anything better than listening to a baseball game on the radio. There's ball 4, 2-out walk for Allman, taking the fastball a little too outside. There literally is nothing better than listening to a baseball game on the radio. It's very American. Here's Jay Lou, Salt Lake Community College. Born and raised in Utah. And he slaps one out of play the other way. Luke the lefty, 2 for 4. His first multi-hit game on Sunday against the Prospects. Get this, he's hitting just 212, but a 350 OBP, which is very above average. So he's getting his walks. He's getting hit by pitches. And there's a hit by pitch. So he leans into that one. Fastball that runs too far inside, and the Pios with some ability to do some damage here with 2 outs. As Allman moves into scoring position. So Sumner. And we have another umpire in the field. I don't know who it is, but we have an umpire tandem now. Look at us. Living luxurious here in Gering with 2 umpires. So Luke gets plunked. 2 on, 2 outs for Stevie Hom, who is on a 4-game hitting streak, coming in with a pretty nice hot bat. And the first pitch from Sumner is a breaking ball. That's a strike. Shouldn't have been. It was high and away, but gets the call. As Hom's like, come on, man. 263, 333 his average in OBP this season. 5 for 14 in during this 4-game hitting streak. From Maloney Junior College. Breaking ball, delayed strike call again. I mean, it's very early in this game to be talking about umpires, but if you're going to make a call, you got to be confident. And that's back-to-back really delayed strike calls. It could be 2-0, it could be at least 1-1, but instead Hom is behind in the count 0-2. After 2 good breaking balls from Sumner, gets 2 generous calls. The pitch is a fastball that he swings and misses. Blew it right by him, so the Pios threatened with a walk and a hit by pitch with 2 outs, but a strikeout on 3 pitches ends it. Nothing to cross, 2 men left on after 2. It's 0-0 here in Gering. Pios and Spuds. We'll be right back on KNEB.
Leading off the top of the third.
Back at Oregon Trail, the big man Griffin Allen back on the mound has looked really strong. Just a bloop single with nobody out in the second, all to his name. And he'll face 8-9-1. Zachary Schwartzberg steps in, a .265 batting average for him. And he swings and sends a slow roller to third. Inez comes in, high throw to first, gets away from Zerfus. And probably an E5 as a good throw gets the out, but it was a tough play. And Inez playing in on the grass for the bunt. And then Schwartzberg just swings the first pitch and sends a slow chopper down the line. Inez fielded it around the ball very nicely and just sailed the throw. He needed to hurry a little bit. Schwartzberg can run. So we'll see what they score it. But a leadoff man is aboard. Allen allowing soft contact once again, a couple of strikeouts, or just one. Here's Joshua Quinn, the 9-hole hitter. Runner takes off. It's a ground ball to the shortstop, Jeremiah. He's got to hurry. Throw coming in is in time. Ooh, that was close. Joshua Quinn almost beat that out. But he advances the runner on a halfly done hit and run. As the Spuds get what they want, a runner in scoring position, less than 2 outs for the top of the lineup.
Now down the center fielder from UC Riverside, number 8, Riker Billings.
Here's Riker Billingsley, the UC Riverside kid, California. There's a strike from Allen. Grounded out to short in the first at bat. Still awaiting. So they did give Schwartzberg a infield single. Very interesting. I mean, it wasn't an easy play for Inez, but I believe a good throw or a better throw would have gotten the out. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him. So early on in the game last week, Allen was pumping the slider for strikes, getting a lot of whiffs. And tonight, the fastball looks very powerful. 21 strikes, 5 balls. I mean, Griff is just on one tonight. Looks very locked in. And if he can get that slider going, which he hasn't even tried to throw it yet, could be a long night for these Spuds hitters. 0-2. Chopper up the middle. Jeremiah comes in, gets a good hop. Low throw is unable to be handled by Zerfus, and that will surely be an E6. Jeremiah had a little bit of time. And if you're Griffin Allen, you're just like, come on, guys. And that's been unlike, especially the left side of the infield with Inez, who is known for his glove, and then obviously Jeremiah to have some struggles going to first base. And Zerfus not the natural first baseman. A good attempt at the pick, just couldn't find the glove, was in and out. So he kept it in front, but runners are at the corners. It is going to be an E6. And here's Will Girardi who takes a strike. So a lot to unpack. An infield single for Schwartzberg after a high throw from Inez, and then another slow chopper off the bat of Billingsley that Jeremiah spikes the throw to first. So runners at the corners, one away, an 0-1 count to the lefty Girardi who takes one upstairs, and Matt Wallace put his hands about a foot in the air as if he was going to signal a strike and then pulled back. And that's what I'm saying. It's one thing if your strike zone is a little iffy, but if you don't know and you're not convincing, the fans will let you hear it till the end of time. And there's strike 2. Foul ball. And the fans knew it instantly. You could see watching that he lifted his arm a little bit as if he wanted to call it a strike and then pulled back. But this is the K-Man. Girardi just 2 for 21 this season. Batting average under 100. And Griff would really love a strikeout here. Fans would love a strikeout. It's the K-Man. Half-price beer at the end of the inning. They'll check over to Billingsley at first. It really is a beautiful night for some late June baseball. First day of summer was a couple of days ago. Outside, 2-2. That was off the plate, but you never know with a makeup call. As I believe Matt Wallace owes Griffin Allen a makeup call. Our umpire in the field, Tyler Plegar. Glad he's with us tonight. 2-2. One away. The pitch to Girardi. is on the outside corner. The fastball, 3-2. Count runs full. Billingsley has one stolen base attempt this season. He got thrown out. Some speed on third, scoring on any ground ball. Infielders are playing double play depth. Nenez playing on the grass at third. 3-2, runner takes off. It is a ball on the outside corner. He throws to second, and taking off to home is Schwartzberg. And a mental error from Declan Weisner as that throw went all the way to second, giving the speedy Schwartzberg a free chance to run home. So I believe that's going to be a stolen base for Schwartzberg, and as well Billingsley. Well, no, because it was ball 4, so no stolen base to second. But surely a stolen base as Schwartzberg scores. No, it's not an error on Weisner, but surely a mental error, allowing the first run of this game. So Griffin's in trouble here, 1 out. Billingsley on second, Girardi on first. Not the guy you want to be facing. Here's Tyler Stone, who sends one out of play over the back screen. A 409 average, a 464 OBP, a 693 slugging. He has hits in 19 of the 21 games he's played this year. Has just missed 1 game. 0-1. Breaking ball upstairs. Mentioned his last at bat, he has 10 games with multiple hits. Just 2 hits on the night for these Spuds. A bloop and a infield single. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs and outside. Griff has been losing the strike zone a little bit with the fastball this inning. And when you mix the long delay before the start of this game, as well as, he's had to get a lot of outs this inning due to the defense, it can't always be perfect, and it's certainly getting to Griff a little bit. See if he can battle back. There's a fastball on the outside corner, just off. As these fans are letting Matt Wallace certainly hear it. This is, once again, very early in this game to be talking about the umpires, but nonetheless. 3-1, big swing and a miss. And just like last at-bat, Allen showing no fear against the league-leading hitter. I mean, you talk about a body of work. We're just 23 games into the season. He's played 21 and has done supreme damage in pretty much all of them. 3-2, fouled away. Another fastball from Allen. Ohio's just a half a game out, tied with North Platte for second place behind Hastings. And the Spuds a game and a half back of Badlands. It'll be a full count pitch with 2 runners on and 1 out to Stone, who swings and misses. Another strikeout of Tyler Stone. And a big second out from Griffin Allen. Now, when you take into account everything that's happened this inning, the infield single, the E6, the mental error from Weisner to throw down to second that allowed the run to score, and if Griff Allen works out of this and just allows the 1 run, what that can do to a confidence level, there's no words for that. It would certainly be very, very a job well done. The young man from Arizona. Here's the first pitch to Danielewicz. It's in there for a strike. Fastball from Allen. So he's 2 strikeouts, both of them from Tyler Stone. 1 looking, 1 swinging. It's an 0-1 count with 2 away. Billingsley on second, Girardi on first. It's a 1-0 game. Spuds in front. And the fastball runs inside and hits Danielewicz to load the bases. He was crowding the plate. And Allen, little chin music that gets to the front shoulder. So that loads the bases for Jeremy Keller, who popped up to second base in the second inning. 4-game hitting streak, 6 runs batted in on the season. A chance for plenty more.
Next batter, left fielder, Gretchen, the catcher from Skyline Junior College, number 7, Jeremy Keller.
Righty to righty, bases are loaded with 2 outs. First pitch is away. And going back to the Wisner play, I mean, really, he must not have known it was ball 4, because any catcher, ball 4, he wouldn't throw down to second. Regardless if there's a runner on third, a 1-0 misses upstairs, 2-0. So it's not like he threw down to second not knowing there was a runner on third, because most of the time you try to get the runner ceiling and you trade the out. But the throw down to second on ball 4, he must not have just known the count. Line drive, Hom fields it on 1 hop, will go the easy way to second. Really nice play from Hom, absorbing it with his body to leave them loaded, and Allen works around a lot of traffic, a couple of slow rollers, one error, and a mental error by the catcher, but does allow 1 earned run. It's 1-0, middle of the third, but a job well done. For Griffin Allen, we'll be right back. Pios coming back to bat on KNEB. Back on KNEB, it'll be 9-1-2, Nenez, Snelko, and Jeremiah.
The third baseman from San Francisco State University, number 2, Antonio Nenez.
SF State for Nenez. I believe that's the Gators. First pitch, outside corner, strike 1 from Seth Sumner. LT, as the team loves to call him, especially pitching coach Trent Kiefer. 317 average and getting on base nearly at a 400 clip. And he fouls this one the other way out of play. Quickly 0-2. Sumner has been pounding the zone just as well as Griffin Allen has. Allen about 45 pitches through 3 innings. Sumner 25 strikes, 9 balls. Well, now 27 strikes, 9 balls. 0-2. There's a ground ball down the right field line, foul. LT played with the Pios last year and performed very, very well. Just 14 starts, but had a 449 OBP. 0-2. Breaking ball takes it outside. Summers just showed off the curve and the fastball. Has yet to really pull the string. And the 1-2. Off the end of the bat, sent out of play. And when you have a team like the Pios with a lineup full of Division I hitters and guys who have just raked at their colleges, if you're a 2-pitch pitcher, eventually they're going to get to you. Just a 1-0 game. 1-2 is inside and low. Fastball, 2-2. Tony LT, 13 for 41 this season, 4 ribbies, 4 walks. Went 1 for 3 his last start on the 18th of June. That was Saturday. And deuces from Sumner is a breaking ball called strike 3. LT doesn't like it. And another backwards K on that breaking ball. Fans are certainly letting Matt Wallace hear it. But nonetheless, Tony got fooled there. Whether it was a strike or not. Because with 2 strikes, it's close enough. But certainly some questionable umpiring to start this game. Here's Smelko back to the top of the lineup with 1 away. Breaking ball that doesn't break. It misses upstairs, 1-0. Smelko sends a really high pop-up to pretty deep center field in the first to lead it off. 4 for 9 his last 3. Breaking ball upstairs again, 2-0. Sumner's not scared to throw it, especially considering what he threw to Declan Weisner with 2 strikes. A breaking ball that was chest level. Smelko swings and misses the 2-0 fastball right by him. But now 8 innings for Sumner this season, no runs. Just 5 hits. High pop-up center field. Right there is Billingsley, who waits for it. And sees into the glove. 2 away here in the third. They're going to see a lot of good pitchers this weekend. The Pios will. Spuds lead the league in ERA. Have a ton of guys who have thrown double-digit innings with ERAs that are in the 2s and 3s and the 1s. They don't walk many. And neither do the Pios. Upstairs to Jeremiah 1-0, who struck out swinging, reached first base on the wild pitch, and then got picked off, trying to steal second. 2 away, no one on. And a fastball that catches the corner, 1-1. Just 5 games left in the first half for these Pios. 1-1. Outside corner. Fastball again. Both these pitchers, Allen and Sumner, are commanding the outside corners, and it's a coin toss whether or not the home plate umpire, Matt Wallace, is going to give them that call. Sumner working from the left side of the mound and fools Jeremiah with the breaking ball, but he just holds up. 3-1. Pitch skipped in the dirt. And a really nice bat maneuvering from Jeremiah to leave that on his shoulders. And we'll get a hitter's count. 3-1 pitch. This line foul. Runs the count full with 2 away, no one on. No hits for the Pios after 11 batters, or 10, my mistake. 3-2 is lined into center field, coming in Billingsley right at him. And a line out to end the inning. Hardest hit ball for the Pios tonight. After 3, just a 1 run across for the Spuds. It is 1-0. We'll be right back. It's Pios Baseball on KNEB. Working quickly here, just 2 hits in the game, 1 run. Back in the top of the third for the Spuds, it's a 1-0 game. And Griff really worked around some troubling defense. So he really picked up Nunez, he picked up Jeremiah, and then hit by a pitch that loaded the bases, just the 1 run. Here's Tyler Castelli, the lefty, and he takes one in the dirt to get the at-bat started, to get the inning started. It's 1-0 Spuds here in the top of the 4th. No hits for the Pios, just 2 for Canyon County. And the 1-0 is upstairs. So to start, Allen worked that fastball productively, efficiently, and accurately. Working quickly here, just 2 hits in the game, 1 run. Popped up over the third base dugout. 2-1. Castelli 0 for 1 with a pop-up to third on his 3-game hitting streak. And a 2-1 is upstairs and away. Fly ball, third base line. Does Nunez have room? He does, and makes the play, scathing against the wall. 1 away, and Griff avoids the dooming leadoff walk. And if you've listened to enough Pios games this season, you'll know I don't like leadoff walks. So good job from Griff there, forcing Castelli to swing at a fastball on the outside corner. Gets him to pop up, and 1 away. Good play from Nunez up against the wall in foul territory as well. Here's Gabe Garrett, who takes a strike. And with a changeup from Griffin Allen. We haven't really seen them been able to work to pitch backwards to hitters. They've either been swinging early or he just hasn't been ahead. Line drive left field. Luke on the run. It'll drop for a base hit. And a long throw to second is picked by Hom, keeping Gabe Garrett at first. And a 1-out single. That was lined right into left field. Allen challenged him with the fastball. There's Zachary Schwartzberg, who singled and is the lone run scorer of this game. 14 ribbies on the year for him, with Gabe Garrett on first. And 1 away after the leadoff pop-up from Castelli. Just getting started, 1-0 game here, top 4. And Allen deals it home. It is a strike. Righty to righty. Lined into right center field. Enyart coming on. He makes the play on the run. That had gap and double written all over it and probably a run, but Enyart played perfectly shaded towards the right center field gap. And a line drive is right into the glove of the 17-year-old right fielder. And right when we heard that crack at the bat, Enyart was on the run. A really nice jump, a great read, and saved a couple of bases. So Griff working through the bottom of the order here in the 4th. He'll face Joshua Quinn, the 9-hitter, who grounded out to Jeremiah in the 2nd. 2 away, 1 runner on. Griff at 54 pitches, which is very economical. Inside corner, 1-0. Upstairs. So he gets behind the 9-hitter Quinn. He was just 6 for 27 on the season. Garrett still on first after the line drive. Single with 1 out. There's 2 away here. Fly ball left center field. Smelt goes right there towards the gap and 3 outs. Griff works around another runner. And is very economical. 57 pitches through 4 innings. Just 1-0 in the middle of the 4th. Pio's coming back to bat when we come back on KNDB.
Hitting off the bottom of the 4th for your Pio's first baseman.
3-4-5 due up here in the bottom of the 4th. Pio's just chasing 1 run against Seth Sumner, who has now completed 9 innings on the year, just 2 earned runs. First pitch to Zerfus is a breaking ball. No swing. Skips away from Keller. Broke a lot. Tale of 2 pitchers. Allen and Sumner have both pitched very well. And Sumner is doing it with, both guys are doing it with a live fastball, but Sumner has done a lot of breaking balls for strikes early in the count. 2-0 fastball outside, and, whether it's missing or not, he's tunneling that curveball with the fastball. He's just a 2-pitch pitcher, so we've seen so far. But Zerfus ahead here, 2-0 to lead off the bottom of the 4th. And he snaps a breaking ball in the zone, 2-1. That's very impressive. To only be working with a 1-run lead against a very, very talented lineup, middle of the lineup, I should add, and to be fearless enough to snap a breaking ball 2-0 and throw it very much in the strike zone. He does it again, misses high though, 3-1. A nice approach from Zerfus to not leave the zone early in the count. I mean, if he's going to throw the breaking ball, let him throw it. 3-1, hitters count for Zerfus. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. It's been a pitch that Sumner has gone to a lot. Pummeling that outside corner with the live fastball. Whole count to Zerfus. Swing and a miss. Zerfus goes down on strikes again. And really nice job from Seth Sumner to get himself back in the count. And when you have a fastball like that, you're really not crazy scared to fall behind 3-1. You have to call on the outside corner, a pitch that Zerfus doesn't want on 3-1, and then blows the fastball by him on 3-2. Here's Declan with 1 away. Flew out to center field. And a breaking ball upstairs and out, 1-0. Another first pitch snapper from Sumner. Been really impressed with the way he's looked. Of course, didn't know much about him coming into this one. He brushes Weisner off the plate with the fastball 2-0. But now has fallen behind both Zerfus and Weisner to start this inning. 2-0. Capper foul. Went right back to the fastball. Enyard on deck. It's a 1-0 game. Pios still looking for their first hit. Just a walk and hit by pitch. Breaking ball upstairs. Another curveball. That was the pitch that he threw to Weisner with 2 strikes. Same location that Weisner just missed last AB. We've seen what Declan can do to a breaking ball that's hung. And as he hit one onto the other field a couple days ago. 3-1. Ground ball to short. Right there is Schwartzberg, who field takes a couple steps in. And easily gets the catcher running to first. 2 away. It's back-to-back 3-1 counts. Pios just haven't been able to put some nice swings on these pitches. They have done a nice job getting the pitch count up. That's 60 now for Sumner, but he's well on his way to going deep into this ballgame. First pitch to Enyart is a strikeout, fastball outside corner. Enyart 0 for 1. Inside. Very close. One ball, 1 strike. With 2 away, no one on. Enyart out in front, takes a curveball. Strike 2. Sitting fastball, just like he was last at bat. Fastball low. Oh, the entire Spuds defense thought it was strike 3. We've seen that a lot. I mean, that is showing up the umpire. You really shouldn't do that. But it always is a little funny. Deuces to Enyart. There's strike 3. On the inside corner, Enyart doesn't like it, but he'll go back. Second strikeout for him. Another strikeout for Seth Sumner after 4. Just 1 run across for either team. It's 1-0 Canyon County. We'll be right back. Griffin Allen back on the mound. He'll face the top of the order, Billingsley, Girardi, and then Stone. Three lefties who are 0 for 5 tonight with a walk. But Billingsley 0 for 2, reached in the third on that E6. And Griff here, first pitch in the 5th is sent out of play. Fastball that was a little bit low. Griff works ahead. Top 5, just 1-0. I mean, we expected, especially with these pitchers, when I want to do more research on them, of course, Will Sumner especially, that we were expecting a little bit of a low-scoring affair, perhaps. Line drive right to Jeremiah at shortstop. And allowed out number 1. Griff has, it's been alternating. Every inning he'll allow some hard contact, and the next inning will allow some soft contact, and allowed out number 1, but right at Jace Jeremiah.
Next batter for the Spuds, the designated hitter from the University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. Tonight's K-Man, number 17, Will Girardi.
Here's Girardi, the K-Man, yet to strike out. Had a full count back in the 3rd. And did that hit him in the foot? It did. A fastball that runs low and just nicks the front foot of Will Girardi. He's aboard with an HBP and 1 out. That'll bring up Tyler Stone.
Next batter for the Spuds, first baseman from McNeese State University, number 34, Tyler Stone.
There's strike 1. Stone with 2 strikeouts. A backwards K and a swinging K. Leading the league in pretty much every hitting category. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup from Griff. So Tyler Stone has played in 19 games. He has struck out multiple times in just one of them. It was on June 21st. And Allen now a chance to strike him out for the 3rd time. 0-2. He'll step off and just make sure Will Girardi's still alive out there at first. I like to call that a glorified greeting. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Another changeup from Griffin Allen. Tyler Stone, the league's leading hitter, strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. And a big out number 2 for Griffin Allen, as that's the 3rd pitch that he has at in his arsenal, and he uses it overtime to get Tyler Stone on strikes for the 3rd time. Just the first time Stone has struck out 3 times in one game. Runner takes off. First pitch is a breaking ball upstairs. Throw down to second is not in time. Just late from Weisner. A little hip in his step going back towards the dugout. But a runner in scoring position. And probably if that pitch was a fastball, I know it was upstairs, so Weisner could really pop out of his stance rather quickly. And if that was a fastball, certainly would have gotten Girardi at second trying to steal. But he's in scoring position for Daniel Witz. He swings and fouls it on the ground. Scoreboard says it's 0-2. I believe it's 1-1. I believe the first pitch was upstairs. Well, I guess we'll find out in a second. Strike 3. It was 0-2. And Allen works around another base runner. He works around a hit by pitch to punch out Lucas Danielewicz the backwards way. We're halfway home in Gearing. It's 1-0. Pio is looking to plate anything across. We'll be right back on KNEB. So Payo's coming to bat. Allen strikes out 2 in a row to end the top of the 5th. It'll be Ullman, Luke, and Hom due up in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the Oral Roberts kid, Bryce Ullman. First pitch from Sumner is a swing and a miss. Outside. Beautiful sunset. Breaking ball that does hit the front shoulder of Bryce Ullman. He leans into it. So it runs a little too far inside, and Sumner gets that breaking ball. That gets a little bit away from him. And a leadoff base runner via the HBP here. And certainly a good break for the Pios. They haven't had one all evening. Here's Jay Lou. Ooh, he got hit by a pitch last AB in the 2nd. Righty to lefty. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw down to 2nd is not in time. A stolen base for Ullman. He got a great jump, but Luke could not convert the hit and run, but nobody out, tying runner in scoring position. At times, the bottom of the Pios lineup has been really, really productive in terms of both producing runs and rotating it back to the top. 0-1 to Luke. He's going to square on a bunt, pull back, takes a strike outside. Wow. Tony was signaling to Matt Wallace at the end of the bottom of the 4th, the Pios at bat in the 4th, as gesturing that he's expanding the zone only when the Pios are hitting. So definitely frustrated for the third base dugout. Luke swings at the breaking ball in the dirt, throw down to first in time. Nice pitch from Sumner. Fooled Jason Luke. He's down on strikes. There's Stevie Hom, who's coming off a hot game. 5 for 15 his last 4 games on a 4-game hitting streak. Had a couple of ribbies on Sunday afternoon as part of that 7th run inning.
Number 3, Stevie Hom.
Ullman on second, 1 away. Lines it down the first base line, foul ball. A little late on it. And he's been really trying to find his groove. Just got here last week. Only a couple of starts. And as he's gotten more comfortable, he's been putting some really nice swings on the bat. Or on the ball, I should say. A 1. They're going to throw over to second. Sumner fooled Ullman, but nobody was home. I've seen that in Little League before. It has to be really, really obvious. It's throwing to an unoccupied base. It gets called a balk. Now, I don't know if that's an actual rule in the Major League rulebook, but they call it in Little League. Obviously, that wasn't one of them. 0-1. Chopper to third. We'll see if the runner takes off to third. Throw to first in time, and Ullman does get third base. Really good base running from Ullman. Not often you see the runner advance from second to third on a chopper to third base. And I think Garrett over there could have done a better job looking Ullman back. He got a little aggressive. Ullman did, and it paid off. Here's Nunez. Scored a 5-3 for out number 2. And Ullman advancing on the ground out. Fastball outside, 1-0. In the dirt. This is a spot for Sumner where he should be attacking Nanez, especially with the guy on deck. 2-0 count, really good spot for Nanez here. Now you're not going to give him the red light. Certainly a spot where he could be swinging away, trying to tie this game. 2-0. He does swing, and right into the mitt of Keller, 2-1. And Sumner has done a great job pounding that outside corner. Gotten a lot of swing and misses. That one's inside. 3-1 for Nanez. A great spot here. Smelko's on deck, tying run at third in the bottom of the fifth. Very important baseball here down the stretch. 3-1. Line drive right field. It is down and past the diving Danielvich. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. How fast can Nanez fly? Rounding second. He's going for third. He'll come in standing up. It is an RBI triple for Antonio Nanez. This game is tied. That's a great piece of hitting right there. Danielwitz came in and just missed the diving play to end the inning. That is the first extra base hit for LT all year. It ties the game at 1, and Pios aren't done yet as Smelko steps in. Chance to take the lead. Tony's been clutch all year. Here's Smelko. Breaking ball, strike 1. Now 3-1 approach from LT, just driving it the other way. And dropping right in front of the diving glove of Danielwitz out there in right field. 1-1 to Smelko. First big cheer that this crowd has had all evening. It's been a low-scoring affair. That was the first hit for the Pios all night. Smelko pops it up foul. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 away. Nanez on third. Smelko takes low. Spuds thought it was strike 3. This is crazy. That's like the third time the Spuds have done that. And the Pios have done it a couple of times too, kind of showing up the umpire. Not something you really want to be doing, but Smelko sends a fly ball into center field. It's going to chase Billingsley back. He's still back. He dives, and he's unable to make the play. Another triple for Smelko. He's rounding second, and it will go into third. Throw gets away. It's off the dugout. Smelko digging for home. No throw. A little league home run for Eric Smelko. 3-1 Pios. And a fly ball in a left center field that just kept carrying. Easily scored Nanez. It was an unconventional stand-up triple for Smelko, and the throw got away from the third baseman Gabe Garrett, and it is now 3-1. Scored a triple, RBI, and an E6.
Next up, the shortstop from Skyline Junior College, number 10, Chase Jeremiah.
Love it. Bases are cleared for Jeremiah. All that with 2 outs. A leadoff hit by a pitch, looming very large now for Seth Sumner. 2-0. So as of now, it's an unearned run. The third one is. Jeremiah takes strike 1. If Jeremiah were to get a hit here, then that'd be changed to an earned run. Foul ball. Sumner has 7 strikeouts tonight. Pios have scored 3 here in the 5th. 2-1 is a swing and a miss. Or sorry, 2-2. That'll end the inning. But the Pios get 3 runs on 2 hits in air and a hit by pitch. It is 3-1 after 5. And we'll be right back on KNEB.
Wednesday. Make sure to join us for our very first post-game fireworks show.
All you need to do is just zoom out of the landscape to really tell how big that inning was to take the lead. And Griff Allen comes back for the 6th inning, once again going into the 6th, and deals a swing and a miss to Jeremy Keller, the catcher, who's 0 for 2. Check swing, he did go around, breaking ball from Allen. Haven't talked about it. Griff Allen letting the flow come out. He took off his braids and the dreads, and he is letting that thing flow out of the hat. The hair looks like... Anyways, there's strike 3 on the outside corner. Call it strike 3. The hair looks like the catcher from The Sandlot. I don't know why I'm forgetting it. Hamilton, I believe. I don't know. That's so embarrassing how I'm forgetting his name. But that's what the hair looks like. Just a little bit longer.
Next batter, the left fielder from
I think he looks scarier with the dreads out, with the braids off. 0-1. Fastball outside corner. And just like we saw last outing, the command has gotten better as the outing has gone on, and now pitching with the lead. There's strike 2, pulling the string with the changeup. 0-2. Chopper to third, and Inez gets the easy hop and throws it in time, 2 away. So that ends 3 straight strikeouts for Griff, but he's retired 4 straight and scored 5-3.
Next batter, a third baseman from the Florida Institute of Technology, number 15, Aiden Garrett.
Here's Garrett, 1 for 2 with a single. Inside. Bullpen is up. Looks like Manny Tatano, who's been heavily relied upon in his short stint here so far by Tony Garcia. 1-0 to Garrett. Ground ball left side. Inez, easy hop. And a 1-2-3-6 for Griffin Allen. He's retired his last 5 and leaves the 6th inning with a 3-1 lead. Pios coming to bat. We'll be right back on KNEB. It's a 3-1 game. Pio's out in front, bottom 6. Seth Sumner's night is done. He gets yanked after the 3-run bottom of the 5th for the Pios. In comes Clay Rickerman, who's one of these Spuds that has just been so dominant. And looking at the numbers, my goodness. A .87 ERA in 10 innings, over 6 appearances, 14 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits. Opponents were just hitting 139 off him. Hasn't walked a batter since June 7th. That was 5 appearances ago. And he'll face Zerfus, Weisner, and Enyart here in the bottom of the 6th. There's Zerf, who's had over 2 with 2 strikeouts. Breaking ball, strike 1. Your hockey fans, Lightning 3-2 lead in the 3rd period against the Avs. There's probably a lot of Avs fans here, very close to Colorado. Swing and a miss. Now, I didn't know that. Now, obviously, I was aware before I came here that this was very, very western Nebraska, like pretty much Colorado, but it didn't connect to me that there'll be a lot of Rockies fans, a lot of Bronco fans, and of course, the Colorado Avalanche. 0-2 to Zerfus. Breaking ball skips in the dirt, 1-2. Good buddy of mine is big Avs fan from the Denver area. He's at the game right now, and obviously so is the Stanley Cup. 1-2 to Zerfus. And another breaking ball away. And I know one of the greatest memories of my life in terms of sports is seeing my LA Kings win 2 Stanley Cups in 3 years. I know, of course, the Lightning have won back-to-back. 2-2 to Zerf. High fly ball, shallow center field. Billingsley will wait for it, and he'll give way to Danielwitz. Billingsley had no idea where that ball was. I mean, Danielwitz coming all the way from right center to make that play. So a pop out to the right fielder, Lucas Danielwitz.
The catcher from Walters State Community College, number 34, Declan Weisner.
Weisner takes one low. It was a breaking ball from Rickerman. 0 for 2 for Declan. Righty to righty. 2-0. 3.5 minutes left in Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Lightning have scored 1 goal in every period. Here's a 2-0. Weisner takes strike 1 off speed from Rickerman. Looks like he's one of those pitchers that have really given the Pios trouble throughout this season. The guys who come in and throw a lot of junk. (3-1). A slider away, way away. The Avs they've just been so close these last couple years. It's really felt like it was their year every single year. But this year especially. Grounded to third, tough hop for Garrett. He's got it. Throw across the diamond in time. 2 away. There's Enyart, who has struck out twice tonight.
Now advanced right fielder from St. Mary's College, number 15, Adam Enyart.
There's strike 1. Fastball from Rickerman. Haven't seen it much, but got a pretty good fastball for sure. 3-1 Pios lead with 2 away. No one on here in the bottom of the 6th. Looking for their 14th win of the year. inside, 1-1.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Check swing, it's called strike 2 anyways. A sweeping breaking ball on the outside corner. Enyart's been sitting fastball all night and has been really fooled by those breaking balls. Down on the count 1-2 with 2 away. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Enyart thought it was called strike 3. Turns out he went around. A 3 strikeout night for him. And the Payos go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th, but still hold a 3-1 lead at the end of 6. It's Payos Baseball. Jake Circus with you in a pretty big game to start this series. We'll be right back on KNEB. Top 7 breezing through this game. Well, I shouldn't say that. Chuck will get mad at me again because I did it in North Platte and then it was like extra innings. Griff Allen for inning number 7. Back-to-back starts going into the 7th inning. You know, I said earlier that Sleeman went in the 7th. He actually did not. He has thrown 6 innings multiple times, but never went into the 7th. Griff has now done it twice in back-to-back outings with a 3-1 lead. They'll face 8, 9, and 1. Looks like Tateno is ready as first pitch ground ball to third. Nanez, a diving stop, throw to first, got him! Antonio Nanez flashing the leather on the first pitch in the top of the 7th. He gets a fist bump from Griff. Those two are very close. And he makes up for that errant throw earlier in the game, but Payos are leading now 3-1.
Next up, batter, second baseman from Catalina University, number 26, Joshua Quinn.
The first pitch to Joshua Quinn is a strike. Quinn 0 for 2. Line drive softly hit. Stabbed by Hom. The backhand. Throw to first. Got him. An unconventional way to make that play as Stevie Hom inherits the bad hop. Stabs it with the backhand and throws it from his knees in time. So Griff induces 2 really soft outs. Feeling like this hockey game's about over. Tampa's on the power play with a minute left. Up 1. There's a strike to Riker Billingsley. A too many people on the ice penalty. Down 1 with 2 minutes left. There's a high drive into right center field. Going back is Smelko. It's going to one-hop the wall. Extra bases for Billingsley. And he strolls into second with a 2-out stand-up double. First mistake from Allen in a while. That'll bring Tony quickly out of the dugout. With a tying run at the plate, Tony takes a look to the bullpen. Not signaling a new pitcher yet. And it looks like he'll take the ball from Griffin Allen. I think. And Allen's night is done. A great performance. He goes into the deep into the 7th inning. Another 6 2/3 performance. 1 run so far. And in comes the kid from Tokyo, Manny Tateno, to try to get the hold in the 7th. Runs a pitching change. We'll be right back. Payos trying to get out of it with the tying run coming to the plate. So Manny Tateno comes in. He will face Will Girardi with the runner on second as the tying run. Tateno so far this year, 3 2/3 across 2 appearances. Just 1 earned run, 2.45 ERA, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. So Allen is done, goes 6 2/3, 3 hits. He has just the 1 earned run right now, but put that in pencil, not pen, because Riker Billingsley belongs to Griff. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts for the big man. And a really nice performance. And here comes Tateno, who has come here in the middle of the season and has been inserted as the more kind of the stopper role. That's a term that's often used in Major League Baseball now as a reliever who's not the closer, but is kind of the second high leverage guy, and you can use him in any spot in the late innings. And that's what Manny Tateno has been. And I talked to Tony before the year. He's like, just wait till Manny gets here. He's the guy. I mean, we feel really, really strong about him. There's strike 1 to Girardi, the lefty. Tateno 42 strikeouts in 35 innings, pitched to a 4.5 ERA. Obviously, reliever ERA, not the greatest judgment. Greatest thing to look at. 0-1. They're going to call no pitch. And a very late timeout called by Matt Wallace. Tony is furious. I mean, he called timeout, or he gave Girardi timeout when Tateno was halfway across the bump. Wow. Pitch was a strike, too. Tough break. Swing and a miss. The Lightning have won. Go to a Game 6 on Sunday. 0-2. Big spot here for Manny. He's way ahead of Girardi. Sets, fires, and deals right by him, swing and a miss. Tateno doing his thing once again. A 3-pitch strikeout of Will Girardi to end the inning. Time to stretch and gearing. Pios clinging to a 3-1 lead. We'll be right back. And they're coming to bat. Bottom 7, Pios looking for some insurance. It's Allman, Luke, and Hom due up against Clay Rickerman just in this ball game in the 6th. He went a 1-2-3 inning in relief of Seth Sumner. It's 3-1 Pios. They scored all their runs in the 5th. Just 1 run for Canyon County in the 3rd. Do you have the under? It's looking very good. Both these bullpens are very deep and very strong. First pitch to Allman is inside, ball 1. Talk about gambling. The Northwoods League in Minnesota, Iowa, Michigan, those states just partnered with DraftKings, so their games are now bettable. 1-1, which is crazy. I mean, obviously you can bet on college baseball, but a summer baseball league with odds, that's very exciting. Of course, sports betting not legal in every state yet, but it's coming. It's certainly coming. 1-1. Line drive up the middle into center field, a base hit for Bryce Allman, who has reached all 3 times tonight, but that was his first hit. Just the 3rd hit for the Pios. They've been flirting with a couple. Took them 5 innings to get their first hit. Came on the RBI triple from Nenez, and then another triple by Smelko, and he would score on that.
Next Pios batter, the left fielder from Salt Lake Community College, number 1.
The leadoff single. Allman has reached to start the inning in the 5th, and now the 7th. Here's Jay Lou. We'll see if Tony asks him to bunt. Luke free swinging and a healthy hack right by him. Looked like a changeup from Rickerman. A minuscule ERA for Rickerman this season. Now under .8. In the dirt, 1-1. But yeah, if you had the under in this game, you're probably looking very good. 3-1 ball game. I would probably set most of the totals in the double digits, just because of the run environment and the walks and, you know. Luke fouls it back. I still can't believe that sports betting isn't legal in all 50 states. I mean, it's besides me. It confuses me every single day. It's just more money for the states. It'll be a 1-2 count to Jason Luke. Two days ago, North Carolina opted to not approve sports betting this year. Luke fouls it away. And I saw a tweet from a good buddy of mine that said, the legislators in the state of North Carolina hate money and want their residents to pay more in taxes by not allowing legal sports betting in the state of North Carolina. 1-2 to Luke. That's up and away. How did I get my start in sports broadcasting? Well, I went to a camp when I was 12 years old at UCLA from Southern California. And I was hooked ever since. I learned very early on in my playing career that I wasn't going to be able to make it. But I wanted to work in sports, and lucky enough to get this internship. And you never know what the future holds. 2-2 to Luke. With Allman off first. Long at bat from J. Lou. And it's a 3-2. Allman was more than a quarter of the way to second and retreated back to first. So the count runs full with nobody out. I would also bet on the Independence League if it was an option. I think I'd probably get fired for that. But it is very good baseball. Been very impressed. 3-2. Nobody out. One man on. Allman after the leadoff single. Foul ball. Allman was taken off again. I believe the count is like 30% of the states that it's legal in. Obviously, Nebraska not one of them. And of course, when you online is different. It's a mess. Runner goes. Luke, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is into center field. Did they call it a foul ball? They did call it a foul ball, so Luke's staying just alive. And a foul tip. And obviously Keller unable to get that into his glove because he was popping out of his squat trying to throw Allman out at second. So a lucky break for Luke, who got another chance. He's 0 for 1 with a hit by a pitch and a strikeout. He'll throw over. Another friendly greeting from Rickerman to Allman at first. Luke the lefty, Rickerman the righty. Three-two. Ground ball right up the middle. Schwartzberg has it. He'll tap second over to first. Got him, double play. And he was positioned perfectly. Top four of the Nebraska Land Division is very tight. Couple games to go, you're right. We'll see North Platte for 1 game on Monday. We'll see Hastings for 2 in the midweek. Obviously, got to get through Canyon County first. Hastings has been the only team to beat these Pios in a series. So I would probably say them. They can hit, they can throw as well. High line drive in a left center field off the bat of Stevie Hahn. Going back Billingsley. It's going to get over his head and one hop the wall. Hom racing to second. He'll stop there. A 2-out double for Stevie Hom. First pitch swinging. The first mistake Rickerman has made. And Hom being aggressive. But obviously the Pios in as good of a spot as anyone to win this division. They technically do control their own destiny. If they win out, even if North Platte also wins out, they'll have the tiebreaker over both North Platte, and it's unknown if they'll have it over Hastings, but we don't really expect anyone, if the Pios win out, hopefully Hastings obviously won't win out too, because there's a game against those two teams. So the Pios technically do control their own destiny. 1-0 to Nunez, who had an RBI triple in the 5th. That was the Pios' first hit of the night. Third extra base hit for the Pios tonight. Stevie Hom. Now both teams with 4 hits, 1 error. Pios with the 2-run advantage here in the 7th. 2 away. 1-0 from Rickerman. Long set, big kick, and the pitch. It is strike 1. The Nebraska Land Division is a lot closer than the Great Plains Division right now. Obviously, Canyon County and Badlands battling out. This is a huge series for Canyon County, too. They're just a game and a half back of Badlands, who has been number 1 all year long. They jumped out of the gates to an 8-1 start, and then the Pios came in there to Dickinson and took 2 of 3 from them a couple of weeks ago. It was the last time the Pios were on the road. It's been almost 3 weeks that they've been home. But we'll go back on the road on Monday. 1-1 to Nunez is a breaking ball that he sends on the ground to third. Garrett fields and across the diamond in time. So the 2-out double is worth none. But at the end of 7, it's still 3-1. Pios out in front. Top of the 8th coming up when we come back on KNEB. So Tony sticking with Tateno for the 8th. Back on KNEB, it's a 3-1 game. Jake Circus with you. Thank you for joining us, whether you're listening on the radio or watching on the YouTube. It's a big game. And a big at-bat to start the 8th. Here's the big man Tyler Stone, who has struck out in the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th against Griffin Allen. Now he'll face a different type of pitcher. A more finesse command guy in Tateno. We'll see if Paulie starts getting loose. There's strike 1 to the lefty Stone. Only person out in the bullpen right now is Griffin Allen, who's stretching, and there goes Paul Panduro out to the pen, who will all but get the 9th. 0-1. Away. Had some crazy movement with the fastball tailing away from Tyler Stone. But North Platte, and North Platte has been playing really well. They've been impressive. 2-1 now, fastball outside. They are definitely the fastest team in the league. I mean, if you remember the series in North Platte a couple of weeks ago against the Pios, North Platte was running all over our pitchers. 2-1. High fly ball, right center field, but right there is Adam Enyard in the right center field gap. One away. So Stone just misses the barrel and has been retired all 4 times tonight. 3 by Griff, and now 1 by Manny.
Next batter for the Spuds, the right fielder from Mesa Community College, number 13, Lucas Danielwitz.
There's Danielwitz, 1-4-2. Strikeout, a hit by pitch, and a single. Broken bat, slow roller to short. Jeremiah has to hurry, gets the throw to first in time. There's the glove from Jace. Three-1 lead here. 2 outs quickly. Tatano doing a great job out of the bullpen. So Griff's line is done. 6 2/3. 3 hits, 1 earned run. And it didn't really come off of a hit. It should technically be an unearned run, but it wasn't off of an error. It was off of a mental mistake from Weisner. 1-0. Griff just looked unbelievable, getting soft contact everywhere. And his last 2 starts since Ryan Sleeman have left have been unbelievable. Line drive into center field past the diving glove of Hom is a base hit for Keller. And it's crazy. You can never not talked about how quickly leads can change. As Pios have been in control since the 5th, but now the tying run coming back to the plate.
Now at bat, left fielder from Alona Junior College, number 9, Tyler Castelli.
Swing and a miss. Slow changeup from Tatano. As he gets himself ahead of Castelli, 0-for-3 tonight. Has a 3-game hitting streak on the line. High fly ball in the infield. Playable for whoever wants it. It's going to be Jeremiah. 3 away. Manny Tatano, job well done. Comes in, gets 4 outs. And retires 4 or 5 and strands a 2-out single. When we come back, Pios just with 3 outs to get, but they're coming to bat in the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back. It's Pios Baseball on KNEB. Top of the lineup coming up for the Pios in the bottom of the 8th. The We lead 3-1.
Number 7, Eric.
Panduro warming up in the pen. Looks like he's going to get the 9th. It'll be a save situation as of now, unless the Pios get 2 runs, but I would assume Panduro would still come out, obviously, to lock up the win. And Smelko takes in the dirt from Rickerman still in this game. 1 out, 1-0. Great job from Manazzo Tateno. Again, coming in with his back against the wall, inheriting, a really important runner. He's done it multiple times now and has really answered the bell all year. This one sent on the ground to short for Schwartzberg, who gets it over to first. And Smoko is 1 for 4 tonight.
Next up, the shortstop from Skyline Junior College.
Here's Jace, 0 for 3.
Jeremiah.
Hasn't hit since the 5th inning. Grounded to third. Garrett has it. And tosses to first, 2 away. So Zerfus should take some pitches. Paulie's got to get loose. Just 3 pitches this inning. And Panduro didn't go out to the bullpen until there were 2 outs in the top of the 8th.
Now batting the first baseman from Gonzaga University, number 23, Alex Spuds.
Zerf, a tough night for him, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Sends this one on the ground. Through the gloves, the wickets of Schwartzberg. And an E6, Zerfus aboard. 5-hole. Nobody home. Got a little too cute. Try to come in and with the forehand. And right by him. There's Declan. I was looking for some insurance now after that mistake, and this is what really good teams do. They make other teams pay for their mistakes. They did it in the 5th after the leadoff hit by pitch. Took them 2 outs to do it, but they did it. So Declan a chance here after a big mistake from Schwartzberg, who's been really good at shortstop tonight. Second error for the Spuds. The other error came on the inside of the park home run that scored Eric Smelko. That was an unearned run. So 3 runs for the Pios, 1 unearned run. And the first pitch to Declan Weisner is a strike. Ball's in a strike. Declan 0 for his last 6 after the red hot start. Popped up out of play, 0-2. Runner on first with 2 away. It was an E6. And Weisner down the count 0-2. There it comes. Lined into center field. It is going to get down for a base hit. Perfect hitting for Weisner with 2 strikes. Stays back on it and shoves it out to center field right where it came from. I'll move it to Enyart, who's had a rough night, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's been really crossed up with the curves, has been out in front and been sitting fastball. And we'll see if Rickerman makes a mistake, but lots of junk tonight from Rickerman.
Now batting the right fielder from St. Mary's College, number 15,
Let's see if Enyart makes an adjustment. Little greeting at second from Rickerman to Zerfus. Enyart has whipped a couple of times, has a couple of backwards Ks. Righty to righty, first pitch home. Inside, 1-0. A win tonight for the Pios. Now Well, we can look right now what Hastings is doing. And they won 14-0 against the Prospects. Fremont also won, and so did North Platte. So everybody winning in terms of the Nebraska Land Division. Swing and a miss, a breaking ball, and you're way out in front again. So the Pios hold on to the win. They'll be 0.5 behind the Hastings Sodbusters, and then they will go back to a full game ahead of the North Platte Plainsmen. Remember, they have the tiebreaker over the Plainsmen with their 4-2 record head-to-head. If the Pios beat Hastings on Tuesday, that would tie their season series, and I don't know what the second tiebreaker is. I believe it would be division record. Enyart taps it foul. So a ton of moving parts, and I would assume, due to the struggles that they had with Hastings and the Prospects, the Pios, of course, that Hastings would have that division tiebreaker. So Pios definitely looking to win this series, definitely beat North Platte, and obviously beat Hastings. You got to get those first two on the road. But that's looking a little forward. They're in a tight one here, 3-1. So it's a 1-2 pitch to Adam Enyart. Here it comes from Rickerman. Grounded foul down the third base line. It's interesting to talk about how these playoffs work. Now, that's a whole conversation for another day. But you work with what you have, and obviously you got to win the first half. And then you can chill for the second half and not have to stress about a playoff spot. But these fans want playoff baseball back in Gearing, especially after the really tough loss last season against Spearfish in the postseason. And you're still down 1-2. Rickerman taking a long time to deliver this pitch. Two away, 1-2, 2 runners on. Tapper behind the plate, foul ball. Enyart staying alive, was out in front of the breaking ball once again. It's been fooled almost every time. Zerf is on second. Weisner on first. A 1-2 count to Adam Enyart with 2 away. Rickerman sets, fires, and deals. It's popped up right behind the press box. Another breaking ball that Enyart just stuck his bat out there and got a piece of. Rickerman, a long time between pitches. He is just taking his sweet time. Upwards of 35 seconds. The 1-2 again. Up the middle and caught by Quinn. Was a couple feet away from being a RBI Blue single. We go to the top of the 9th. Pios with 3 outs to go. And it will be Paul Panduro to try to lock down the save and a Friday night win here in Gearing. We'll be right back. It's Pios Baseball on KNEB. Well, in a safe situation, these Gearing fans know who's coming to the mound. It is the local kid, the big dog, Paul Panduro. And he'll try to get this save. He will face 7, 8, 9, Garrett, Schwartzberg, and Quinn as of now. We'll see if Alec Iniguez elects to pinch hit anybody. Panduro was been an up and down year, but down the stretch has been perfect. Started off pretty slow with a bad outing here against the Prospects. Since then, though, 11 2/3, 3 earned runs, 9 hits, 6 walks, and 14 strikeouts. And you can tell. Now, obviously, the radio people don't know. Paulie's bopping his head. He is feeling himself right now. He looks to be in the zone, and when he's in the zone, there's no one better. 17 strikeouts in 14 innings this year, a 3.76 ERA, 3-0 record.
Leading off here from the Spuds,
Has 3 strikeouts in each of his last 2 appearances. Has been starting a couple of times. That's where the 2 wins come from. First pitch upstairs to Garrett. Panduro last season with the Pios, 29 strikeouts in 24 innings. Pitched to a 2.55 ERA, only 10 walks. There's strike 1. He is a local celebrity here. There will be come on Pauls, come on Paulies all throughout this stadium for the next 10 minutes. Grounder to third, slow roller, Nenez fields, throw to first in time. 1 away. LT has been everywhere this evening. As if Jeremiah had to get that, there was no chance for him. That was just hit so slowly, and Inez, great awareness to try to go and grab that. And plenty of time. Soft ground ball to start for Panduro on 3 pitches. We're underway in the top of the 9th. 3-1 Pios lead. Both teams with 5 hits. Now the 8-hitter Schwartzberg, who's 1 for 3 tonight with a stolen base. And he sends this one on a line drive into right center field. It is going to get down and go in the alleyway. It'll 2-hop the wall. Enyart has it, fires in. A 1-out double off the bat of Zachary Schwartzberg. He swings first pitch. Makes this one a little more interesting. The 9-hitter now, Joshua Quinn, 0 for 3, 6 for 29 on the year. Panduro will go chat with Declan Weisner for a little bit. Panduro's not one to get rattled after, a hit. But not much room for error here. He's got to be pinpoint here. Especially with the top of the lineup now coming to bat after that double by the 8-hitter, Zachary Schwartzberg. This is a pinch hitter. It's going to be Peyton Flynn coming off the bench. 276 hitter.
Nebraska Regional Airport and Riverview Golf Course. We thank them for their sponsorship of Pios Baseball.
They're in the top of the 9th. 9 extra base hits, 11 ribbies, 10 walks, 15 strikeouts in 15 games for Flynn this season. And a big spot for him as the tying run. And yeah. They're going to pinch hit Peyton Flynn. No, they're not. Another pitch. What? Another player comes out of the dugout. A double. A double whammy. What is going on? So it's Joshua Quinn now. So Peyton Flynn to Joshua Quinn. Oh, well, he was a 9-hitter. So no pinch hitter. They did a switcheroo. So Quinn comes back to the plate for his 4th AB. I don't think I've ever seen that. Left righty to righty, runner on second. First pitch from Panduro is upstairs. I honestly don't think I've ever seen that. I didn't know that was allowed. Now, the PA announcer, Bill, did announce it. But that doesn't mean it's official, as Alec Iniguez went to the umpire to tell him that, no, we're not actually going to pinch hit. So I don't actually think that he made the pinch hitter official. So a 1-0 count to Quinn. There's a strike. Panduro gets the slider over. Yeah, fastball, changeup, and then the slider that he added recently, coming this spring, or sorry, this summer. And Mikey Callia, the pitching or assistant pitching coach, was so shocked when he saw it. He was like, "Oh my goodness, where did that come from? We didn't see that last year." Breaking ball just away. Good take from Quinn. And Panduro will work a 2-1 count to the 9-hitter. Top of the lineup coming to the plate. We're coming on deck. There's strike 2. Gets the fastball over. Strike away. 2 more outs to get. Runner on second, the tying run at the plate. Panduro's been locked down the last couple of weeks since his start in North Platte. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Flew it by him. Just a pure challenge from Panduro, and Quinn was not up for it. And he gets the second out. Moves 1 out closer to giving a huge win here on Friday night to open up this series.
Number 8, Riker Billingsley.
Here's Billingsley, top of the lineup. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. Panduro snaps one off. And it drops from the sky right into the glove of Wisner, 0-1. You could tell he was feeling it in warm-ups. It was just one of those nights for him where he's just on. Pretty good timing. 0-1. Popped up foul ball, and Nez on the run, and it bounces at his feet. Great effort from Antonio Nanez. And Paulie a strike away. Billingsley a double back in the 7th. Now comes in as a tying run, an 0-2 count. Panduro takes the long walk back to the mound.
All right, fans, it's been a long night. Let's give Riker from Western Nebraska touchdown!
0-2. Outside with the fastball. That was a strike away from a big win to open up this series. Crowd on their feet. Panduro looks on. 1-2. Here it comes. Right back to the mound. He's got it. Will flip. Pios win. 3-1. Panduro comes in and slams the door. What a win. They score 3 unanswered in the 5th. That's all they need.
Thank you for your patience this evening while we
When we come back, we'll have the Runs a Post-Game show. Griffin Allen will come up and talk to us after his unbelievable performance. He gets the win. Seth Sumner, the loss. What a game, what a win for the Pios. Runs a Post-Game show when we come back. Pios win from Oregon Trail.